Mexico versus Mexico, two stand-up fighters, but consider themselves well around.
Round one, are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
And that is the start, the first round of this battle between the two ladies. Starting it off. Expect here kickboxing stand-up warfare, but one of them is willing to pull the trigger and go to the ground next.
Yes, and we're seeing some great exchanges right off the bat. And it's crazy, you brought up how both of them are from Mexico and they're aware of each other's games because they've seen each other at different tournaments. So that kind of mind game coming into this, what do you expect from your opponent? We're seeing each other feel each other out now.
Oh, great action there from Maldonado, 1-2 punch.
Maldonado's finding a home. Great punches, but it seems that Frausto's chin is a little high. She's favoring that left hook, but watch as she throws it. She leans back and the chin's a little upright and she gets caught right there.
Yeah, she kind of sits back. She keeps her hands down too.
She locks up the body lock after eating a couple of shots.
And here's the moment where we want to see some better head positioning, but she manages to get the takedown here. And this is where she wants to be.
You called that earlier, Valerie Gomez Frausto, that said she would venture into the ground. And there she is. Already attempting to go for that side control. Just needs to get that leg out.
She's in half guard right now.
Alex goes home to get out of this position. What does Maldonado need to do?
Maldonado could have went with the lockdown, tried to get some type of sweep out of there, but right now she's going to have to take her arm from around her back, get her hands in, and try to do some type of kipping escape and try to not take as much damage as possible here. But again, she does have to utilize her legs. Right now she's kind of just letting them flail and not making the most of it. She's got to get that right hand in and create space between the hip of Valeria.
Oh, but she made running for rear naked. All right.
So right now it's hard to see if she has...
Doesn't have anything locked in yet.
She has no arms isolated, so right now she's just in a dominant mount position, really flattening her out on her back.
There'll be some ground and pound action here from Gomez Frausto.
It's a great word that you used, Alex. You said she was a cerebral fighter, and that shows. She was using the ground and pound, I think, to take her opponent, Maldonado's, mind off of the fact that she had to hip escape, that she had to bump her hips up. She's constantly just threatening with those punches, chipping away, not a ton of power, but then she threatened the choke, which then gave her the mount, and now she's in a good position here.
Yes, and now it looks like she was trying to isolate an arm, but she's content to just stay on top here. Again, Maria mentioned that her ground game is going to be something that she's wary of, and she's going to have to practice those mount escapes because you do not want to be here in an MMA fight.
And she's getting really high up there, making it very hard to escape for Maldonado. Frausto, who trains out of the Danto MMA team with the likes of Cruz Garcia, Eric El Choqui Montelongo. That background as a kickboxer, won several championships at the Pan American, but you could throw that out the window because her ground game is what's making the story here tonight so far.
Yeah, we're going to have to see some aggressive burst from Maria here, really trying to escape this position, or else it's going to... 1 minute and 30 seconds is a long time when you're in a position like this in MMA, and so she's really going to have to work to get out of here. But great control from Valeria.
What's interesting, Shane, is she said, Maldonado, that she started to train 4 years ago, but a lot of it was the stand-up game.
Yeah, and it kind of shows here. You know, she kind of seems a little out of her element. She was framing on the knee, but she wasn't hip escaping like Alex said. Now she's got her back taken, the body triangle is in. Let's see how she deals with that.
Body lock is on point, Alex.
And look, she sinks the choke. Is she under the chin?
It's hard to see with this.
Maldonado's hands is in the way. She's trying to pull that.
It looks tight.
Yeah, she might have it.
It looks, yeah. She's trying to peel the hand back.
Yeah, and that body triangle isn't on the correct side right now. So if Maria wanted to, she could go to the other side and try to get the chest and back connection away from each other, because that's what she's trying to fight right now. But good job fighting the hands from Maria.
At one point, though, Alex, those hands have to come very exhausting for Frausto.
Frausto now continuing to work on the back, but she's a little bit high. So Maria could just stand up right now and shake her off, but with 10 seconds left, there's not much of a threat to worry about here.
Time. Párate, para. ¿Listas? ¿Listas? Vamos.
Let us know where you're watching. Comment right below on YouTube, and thanks for watching us on Samsung TV.
I mentioned last time this is my favorite part of any fight. How does the fighter make the adjustment going into round 2, especially Maldonado? Is her confidence shot, or does she have a new game plan? Is she coming with a plan B now? Lands a stiff jab. And an uppercut.
Right in the pocket. And but she keeps getting clobbered with that jab from Maldonado, Shane. It's that right hand is just very low.
Well, and look, she lands a two-piece. What I love is that she's staying in the center of the ring. She's standing her ground. She's not backing up because she doesn't want to go against the cage. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder for Frausto to close the distance, get a body lock, get a takedown ultimately at the center here.
You're also noticing that Gomez was backing and now she's going for the attempt of the takedown again.
See?
Maldonado doesn't want any of that. Shot from up kicks, but I don't think that Frausto's going to do that. Oh, be careful there.
Attempt at a wrestle up here. I would be all over that front headlock. But again, this is maybe not where Maria wants to be. Because that guard with long legs of Valeria could be dangerous.
For the form positioning there on the throat of Frausto.
No, you're right, Alex. I think based on round 1, I still am going to give Frausto the advantage here, even though she's on her back.
Yes, 100%. Because there was no sense of urgency for her to get back up and get to the feet. She was luring Maria to come to the ground with her, and I think that shows a little bit of the inexperience. Maria wanted to keep it on the feet, and she ended up getting taken into the guard, and now we could see some type of triangle, armbar, whatever Valeria looks to get, unless we see some ground and pound, some aggression in there.
But if you compare this to the previous round, Frausto was landing a lot of ground and pound from the top position. Maldonado seems to just be tied up. Frausto's doing a great job
there,
clamping down.
And this is the referee cam, or the low angle cam, showing you a different perception from La Jaula. You're right about that, guys. Maldonado just hanging around, lay a shot or two. Frausto was more active while she was underground. There's an elbow shot now. Heavy elbows.
And now she's trying to cut an angle here. She is looking to isolate that arm and get an arm bar, but she really has to use her momentum to get that angle.
Alex, if this fight continues to be as it is this an exhaustion for Frausto in the next round?
I think Frausto seems pretty content to be staying on her back, other than when the elbows are flying down. But she doesn't seem like super urgent to get a sweep here, which I think she should, because and she was doing some damage on the ground and pound.
There's another low angle camera.
But on the ground and pound, you leave your arm out sometimes.
Oh, that's the arm. Can see it from this direction. Here we go.
She looks like she
There's
has her
the arm. Just no good way of defending it. But she gets met by those punches, hammer fists, and elbows.
And now the opening to the back is there. Will she take it? She is content to lay some more fists down.
And this is the referee camera showing you that angle, exactly what he is seeing as we speak, taking you inside the fight and inside La Jaula.
And now Valeria has that one butterfly hook. Will she use it? Now both. She has the overhook, so she could get some type of sweep here, but she looks like she just wants to create space.
Yeah. She wants to go.
She's
Look at that bloody nose from Frausto. Oh, big shot to the nose. That's going to be it.
Oh, no.
That's going to be it. Wow. That nose was ruby red.
What a comeback.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Don't know how much damage that is, but look at that.
El tiempo oficial, 4 minutos y 4 segundos del round número 2. The official time, 4 minutes and 4 seconds of round number 2. And the winner by technical knockout, la ganadora por knockout técnico, María Maldonado.
That was awesome. Maldonado repping the Mexican flag and the Cuban flag, and likes and respect to her coach, Yoandri Herrera Savon from Cuba, who has a school up there in Mexico, Escuela Cubana de Artes Marciales.
Yes, sir.
Rightfully so, as you stated. Lots of champions out there, Alex.
What a war these women put on, and it's pretty sweet to see the woman from Querétaro get the win. That is such a small town in Mexico. And now here we see them just going at it. It was the body lock in the first round that we thought, hey, Valeria could take this. There was some vicious ground and pound, but it was in the second round that the tables turned quite a bit.
Yeah, and ultimately it was about the adaptability, right? And that's what a good fighter does, is they make the adjustments each round going into it. Now they have plenty of data that they can take back to the camp, and with Jessica Aguilar in your corner, she's going to come back and be even better than ever.
Both these ladies just 23 years old, very young in the game, got a lot to go. They'll learn from the mistakes, whether you win or lose. But boy, a lot of heart, a lot of action from these women. Mucho más acción, much more action. That's what we're all about here in Combate Global. And we still got more fights to go. As on deck, our two undefeated fighters will be going toe-to-toe inside La Jaula.